If you take a look at a 5-year perspective, you can go all the way back and take a look at some massive events like the C19 event, the global financial crisis, and the spike we just went through. Guys, these spikes, as you can see, are always short-lived. And normally, once you start collapsing out of one of these spikes, the worst is behind you. You've never seen the VIX really continually run up like you would typically see with a stock or a cryptocurrency. But as we see, the VIX is massively retreating. Over the past 5 days, down 24%. In the last month, down 30%. That's over the course of since this conflict has started. So the VIX is signaling to us that the worst is behind us in terms of this global conflict. Now, that's not the only indicator we're seeing. This one, in my opinion, is extremely exciting. Not only can you see Bitcoin going up tangibly with your eyes, but take a look at the Bitcoin RSI. The Bitcoin RSI has now crossed well past its moving average and it just looks to completely have bottomed. Now, I've talked about this a lot of times on the channel, but if you line up the chart of where the RSI has bottomed out here historically on Bitcoin, every single time that the RSI comes down to these levels down here that I'm circulating, you have never seen that not correlate to a bottom in Bitcoin. And as you can see, just like we have almost every single time before in the past, we are bottoming completely off of the lows, which has historically been related to a bottom in the cryptocurrency market. Now, what I find really interesting is if you compare what we just went through in terms of a fundamental reason why Bitcoin sold off in comparison to some times before in the past, it's kind of comical, to be completely honest with you. We just had a bottom because of a war in Iran that almost has nothing to do with the cryptocurrency market. And in fact, they actually started taking crypto for payment. So you can actually say it was exceedingly bullish in comparison to the crash of FTX and Terra Luna, in comparison to the CFTC and the SEC essentially listing futures for large hedge funds to short the market into oblivion in the onset of Gary Gensler. And then you can go all the way back to 2014, in which no one actually understood what the cryptocurrency market was. That is the oversoldness that we just hit in the cryptocurrency market. And like anyone, right? And I tried to highlight this a lot on the channel. Anyone who understands this asset class would look at that and say, okay, this is absolutely nothing. We're going to move right through this every single time we have had significantly worse situations. We have moved right through it. So this should be a huge buying opportunity. And XRP is reflecting that same exact thing. If we take a look at XRP is even more picky with its bottoms. We have never seen only once before in history at the Terra Luna FTX oversold this. We have never seen before in XRP's history, XRP really this oversold beside that one event. How could this even potentially be comparable to that event? That was FTX, Terra Luna, middle of the Ripple SEC case, Gary Gensler trying to get